Hi, I'm Daniel.
And I'm Nat.
We're here today to give you our Battling Billie news.
Have you seen this crazy cold weather we've been having in April?
I'm surprised they didn't give us another cold weather day, to tell you the truth.
Well, you never know. Maybe we can convince them to give us one more before school's out. Let's find out who is the FHS Teacher of the Week.
Nat, you're saying we have a favorite teacher? Who knew?
Anyways, here's a short segment on our favorite teacher of the week. Personally, what to you is the most interesting thing that you've taught in biology?
All right, well, for me, the most interesting thing is not so much the subject I've taught, it's the students I've taught. Because what's interesting is I've taught here long enough to where my students are now fellow teachers and administrators. So,
Wow.
Because I actually taught Coach Wyrick, and now he's one of my bosses. I think that's amazing.
Gosh, that's crazy. Okay, now what unit in biology do your students most excel in?
I think they do the best in ecology because they can actually see how that's affecting their everyday lives. When you teach about the cell, it's so small that you don't really interact with them. And so it's hard for students to visualize that, but when you start talking about the current things that are going on with climate change, and it's very apparent in their everyday lives, and so I think they relate to that much better.
Okay. What's your favorite thing about Miss Gregg?
The favorite thing about Miss Gregg is that she's like very friendly and talkative, and she gives us a lot of information. She prepares us well for like tests and stuff like that.
And then what's your favorite subject in biology?
I like learning about like evolution, like where we came from and like where we evolved from and stuff like that.
And then what's your favorite subject in biology?
My favorite subject in biology is evolution, which they are doing it right now.
You know, Nat, there's been a lot of crazy stuff going on in our world today.
I know. That's why we are here to tell you about it.
This segment of BBN News includes the bombing of Syria, the death of a former First Lady, as well as a discovery that may clean up our polluted oceans.
The United States, along with Britain and France, bombed Syria on Friday the 13th, 2018. The decision to strike came 1 week after Syrian President Bashar al-Assad used chemical weapons against civilians outside Damascus, killing at least 42 adults and children.
The strikes hit at the very heart of Syria's chemical weapon program and dealt it a serious blow, Pentagon spokesperson Kenneth McKenzie told reporters Saturday.
McKenzie also noted Syria could renew its program, and the strikes didn't take out all of the Syria's chemical weapon facilities, which means Assad can use chemical weapons on civilians again in the future.
President Donald Trump said the U.S. was prepared to sustain this response until Syria stopped its use of chemical agents.
Next up, Barbara Bush, the matriarch of a Republican political dynasty and former First Lady who elevated the cause of literacy, died April 17, 2018, at the age of 92.
I want to be known as a wife, a mother, and a grandmother, she wrote in 1988. That's what I am, and I'd like to be known as someone who really cared about people and worked very, very hard to make America more literate.
We are very sad to hear that such a great woman has passed away.
Nat, did you know that experts estimate that by 2050, there will be as much waste plastic in the ocean as there are fish?
Wow, that's crazy, Daniel. Have they come up with a solution yet?
Well, scientists have accidentally developed a plastic-eating enzyme that may be used to combat this terrible pollution problem. Researchers from Great Britain and the U.S. made the discovery while examining the structure of a natural enzyme found in a waste recycling center. They say the enzyme can eat plastic that is in millions of plastic water bottles in our oceans.
Sounds like this could spark some hope for a cleaner future.
We have some crazy video features this week by some very talented students here at FHS.
Here's a short stop motion made by Cody Bearden called Wake Up.
You know, Nat, the only way I could ever figure out a Rubik's Cube was just to peel off the stickers and put them back on.
Speaking of Rubik's Cubes, here's a stop motion film by Emmett, James, and Alex. You ever watch the TV show Full House?
Yeah, but the remake was not good. It would have been better with the Olsen twins.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This old world's confusing me. Clouds as mean as you've ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers, kid, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.
Folks, go order your yearbook from Mrs. Z by next Friday. For BBN News, this is Nat.
And Daniel,
Keep it classy, FHS.